6 is our lucky number. So we'll start 7. Let's go. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. How are you guys doing? I would love to see that in the comment section. Just tell me how you're doing today. It's been a crazy week, isn't it? In it, right? I think we have reached midway of this program. I think so. So last time we treated research. We talked about some important aspects of research. We said that research is the foundation of great copywriting, that you can never be a great copywriter, we can never be even a mediocre copywriter. You can never present yourself and say, or say, I am a professional copywriter without understanding research, without being deep-rooted into the research process. Okay, please mute your mics. If it's possible, set it in such a way that when you come into class, the mic is automatically muted. Okay, so maybe after this class, just look for that. Right? Hello, Hamad. It's been a stressful day, but good. Okay. Nice to know that you're good. Paul, sincerely, I watched you. Okay, crazy day, yeah? Okay. So, of course, it's not going to be easy, all right? The reason I asked to know how you guys are doing is to make sure that we are still here, we're all on the same page. It's really not going to be easy. But one thing is certain, for every effort you put in, there is always result at the other end. And I don't know how you're going to see this, but it is important to know that a lot of opportunities out there, you put in 100%, at the end of the day, you're getting almost nothing. Okay, but here, any effort you put in, you see results. This is not like the school system or the twisted school system where you put in efforts. At the end of the day, they might go and set, maybe you read about this, they go and set questions and something else, and you're thinking at the end of the day, why didn't I read this or all that? Like the popular saying, exam is no longer a true test of knowledge. But here it is practicals. This is not an exam. You don't need to cram. You don't need to be better than anybody. You just need to be the best version of yourself. You need to bring your A game every single time, right? So that's what differentiates you from others. When you are the best version of yourself, nobody can be like you are, right? So if you're the best version of yourself, if you bring in your A game, if you will see that you will have an influence in your writing. Nobody can write like you do. I've had people call me up and say, did you write this? And I'll be like, yes, I was the one that wrote this. For jobs that I was incognito, jobs that I had an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. So when you are good, you will see that your personality, your method of writing will begin to reflect in your copy and all that. You see some people copying Ronaldo Zimora style, Ademukulo style. You see them writing like they do instead of being the best version of themselves. Okay, so get good at this and you will develop your own personality. You develop your own way of writing. Okay, but that's just by the way. Research. We talked about how research is the foundation of great copywriting. Great research helps us understand deeply what our customers are going through and empathize with them. Yes, the possible objections. Yes, 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 yes. So yes, we talked about an acne cream. We talked about Okay, when we did research, we found this and that, right? So these are things that we came up with within a short period of time. I told you research takes a lot of time. When I started out, it used to take me like 4 days to write copy, right? A whole ass 4 days to write copy. Sometimes a week, right? Because most of the time, I spend most of my time doing immense research. I spend most of my time doing immense research, and that is how it should be. If you were to spend, let's say, 5 days writing copy, 4 of those days or 3.5 of those days should be doing research. Your aim is to fill your brain with a lot of knowledge about a particular topic, that when you start to write a copy, when you start to market for them, it flows easily, right? So research gives you that ability to understand every single thing when it comes to writing copy in that niche. I remember writing for a diabetes company. After I studied about diabetes, at the end of the day, you see, it will be like I know diabetes more than diabetic doctors. What do they call them again? Endocrinologists, I think. Yeah. So please mute your mics. So you see that at the end of the day, I became very good at the topic of diabetes, that when I started to write, it was flowing. So that is the situation you want to be with any copy that you're about to write. You want to research that topic so well that at the end of the day, it flows seamlessly. Okay. So last time we are doing something on acne. Okay. And we did research. We discovered some certain things, some certain questions. Is it just for my acne? I prefer a specific product. Did you give me a permanent solution? Okay. Is it easy to use? Is it safe for all ages? Is it great for skin, for sensitive skin? Does it dry out my skin? Okay. Okay. So I remember saying that we created an imaginary cream, beauty cream product that solves the acne problem, right? So um let's say we have done our research now. Of course, we can still go deep into research, but we have done our research now and we want to write a copy on this. How do we do that? With all this information we have picked. Well, let's do it because, okay, let's say this is the product we did research on. And these are the guys that contracted us for a product to sell to sell their cream for them. Dead Sea Mud Mask, right? So that we can use a real life brand. Dead Sea Mud Max. Okay, so ours is a max, right? And see that beautiful skin. Okay, this is the company. biology, the ultimate cosmetics. Okay. What else? Dead Sea mineral. This is our major ingredients in this product. If you're into the health niche, this healthline.com, they are a very wonderful resource. They are like the dictionary for anything health. When it comes to research in the health niche. Okay. See number 5 thing it does here. And to hope you guys are following everything I'm doing here. They talked about Dead Sea and biblical reference. You see where we started, and we are moving. Okay. Wow, you can come from a lot of angles to write this, to write this copy. Sorry, give me a second. Okay. So if you guys are still with me, please comment in the comment section so I'll make sure you're still there. National Institute of Health. What's the source? Station biblical, you know, use 30 mineral for curiosity. Okay. National Institute of Health. to remember what our people need. There is something they desire here. Permanently. We come up with a word there. Let me just say vanish. Remember they said they want ease. Also tell them something they want to hear. We need to talk. I remember saying that we need to touch their desires, right? What other desire do they have? They have a desire, all skin types, okay? Right? What's that again? Okay, workshop is safe for all ages and skin types. Right? Have sensitive. How do show this? You know, the way you structure the words are very important. Okay? If you have a sensitive skin type, make sure US. This is what? And so, that's we'll start our topic here. So let's revisit this. Ancient biblical destiny. Has been approved by the National Institutes of Health, commonly furnish your app using an easy ABC method. It works on all skin types and is safe for all ages. Warning, if you have a sensitive skin, make sure you read this to get the right proportion of your skin. You see this warning here, it is this warning part here, you can see something there. This warning part. We do not tell them if you have sensitive skin, don't worry, we have a solution for you. We played the game, we played a mind game here. Warning. When someone sees warning, they might be thinking, warning, if you have sensitive skin, don't read this. Or warning, don't. Do you understand? That warning implies something that danger. But here we used it to our advantage. We used it to play mind games. We said, warning, if you have sensitive skin, make sure you read this to get the right proportion for your skin. That is mind games, right? So, ancient biblical dirty mineral. Should we say an ancient? Let's just say it as ancient. We have not talked about Dead Sea. What's that? I haven't forgotten the name of our product. Dead Sea Mud Maps. We have not talked about this. We are still drawing our audience in. See that what we say is maddening, right? And there's something here. Look at this copy. It doesn't look like we are trying to really sell anything. It looks like news. Your headline should look like news. So let's Google. And I told you, I remember telling you your headline should not be Googleable. Biblical Dead Sea Mineral. That's still with me. Oh my, the comment section is blowing up. Okay, so people writing now is like projectors. What do you think further about some prospects in here? Let's see. What copies must Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Please indicate if you can hear me. Okay, okay. So okay. In the comment section, does using the word Bible push some prospects away? No. Okay, that person will answer. The Bible is used here as historical material, not religious. Exactly. Sometimes you must have dates, address, location. If you want to, sorry, this. No, don't use. You said does using words like make sure you read this, read on this to discover the secret. No, I remember teaching my students that, and I wanted to talk about that. Okay, so let's chill. Yes. So I thought you guys will be talking about the research you did, but you guys are talking about other things. Come on, you guys should just be patient, right? Flow with the moment. Don't try to be ahead. Okay. I like the question about the biblical thing. I like about the I like the question about saying make sure you read this and all that. You said something like can we say clear your acne? Okay. I think I like that. Okay. Any other suggestion to make this headline better? Okay. So when you write your headline, you improve it. You keep improving and improving it. Okay. So about this, you see this phrase here, it's now a cliche. It might have worked in 1999, but this phrase here is now cliche. So it's better you frame it as news. Okay. I remember before we had a little break in transmission, right? I was talking about making your headline look like news. This makes it deviate from news. Let it just look like news, something they should be interested in reading, right? And the clear being a different color to make it bolder. Why? How do you think so? Permanently, okay, let's say permanently, yes. Because this is something we desire. It's clear. Is this such a strong word? Then clear is also something they desire. Or is it such a strong word? Is it powerful enough? Is it something they want to see? Permanently clear your acne. Works on all skin types and is safe for all ages. See, I need you guys to understand something. It's not that it's not that I cannot come up with a deadly headline in minutes. And I am being humble about it. I can come up with a deadly headline in minutes. But I am trying to do this step by step so we can keep brushing it up and we'll be learning in the process. Okay. How about being specific by adding the number of days it will take to? That is a great one. Okay. Asian biblical decimeter has been approved by. Okay, so we could add. Remember when we talked about headlines, ultra specific. We talked about 4 use of doing what? Of writing a headline. Did we? I hope you can remember that. Useful, ultra specific, urgent, and unique. Okay, so if we're looking at this, what and what does it tick? You can see that this is unique. Number one, of course, Asian biological determiner. This is unique. Number two, it's what? What else? It's useful to our target audience, right? So, Hamad suggested something on number of days to improve the ultra specificity. What do you think about that? What do you guys think? Then you can see credibility. Of course, this is credibility here. This here is credibility, right? You can see that is credibility. Okay, permanently clear. Well, this word clear feels a little, it's not strong enough on my books. Don't you guys think so? Just mark it. An ABC method. Eradicate. Okay, interesting suggestion there. Permanently eradicate your acne. Eradicate, that word, is it not so, what would I say? Sounds like, okay, we'll come to that, of course. We cannot do every single thing in this particular class. We'll keep thinking about it as we go to sleep. I told you guys the story of a time where I went to sleep and after like 15 minutes in, when you are just, when you lie down to sleep and you're not so tired and you're going closer to that point where you doze off, I got an idea then and I had to jump up because I know the next day I will entirely forget that thing I thought about. So it was like a sleep revelation. Okay, so I was talking about the time we used to see our results. So Hamot suggested something about that, adding the numbers of days it will take to permanently clear their acne. She said that. So Asian Biblical Dirty Mineral has been approved by NIH to permanently clear your acne using an ABC method. You cannot, that's another thing. You cannot promise them a specific time to permanently clear their acne. Okay. What is another word of um banning? When you ban something, something like another word for it. Okay, comment section. Repeat, review, reject. Allow, forbid, suppress. Okay, let's see. After years of being I'll do something here. Remember the Dead Sea is in the Middle East. And anything Middle East, they relate Middle East to things like war, I think. So bringing that here might be interesting, don't you think? It might increase curiosity, tourism, right? Okay. So what do you think? Think yourself. More about this country. Hope you guys can hear me. I don't know. I hope network is not hindering us from creating something beautiful. Okay, great. You can see So after I'm trying to let me show you guys what I'm trying to do. So this was our first headline, right? This is our second one. Are we noticing something more interesting about it? How do we make this look like news? Are you guys following me? I need to make sure this is you guys are following me here. This particular thing now, can we see an improvement from the former one? See that the aim is to get our customer mentally shocked. It's like a slap on her face. Just imagine you're walking on the road and a random stranger walks up to you and slaps you on the face. You you will not react. You react when maybe something happens and you have a reason to react. Here you don't have a reason, you are confused. You're thinking in your head, why would this person slap me? That is what this headline is doing right now. You're thinking, what is going on here? That is what we mean by intellectually stimulating. Intellectually, you are shocked. You're like, what is happening? I want to understand what is going on. This is for you because you can see acne, you can see some certain things, but there's a question in your head. If the customer doesn't have a question in her head, she will not read your copy. And if she doesn't read your copy, you're not a copywriter. Drop that pen, drop that job, right? That curiosity, there needs to be a question in your customer's head after she reads your headline. Note that down. There needs to be a question in your customer's head after she reads your headline. She wants to know more. You can't give everything. You can't give everything in your headline. You need to arouse a hunger in her to read more. You see how I connected the Middle East? There's this thing about Americans, they love hero complex. That's why in movies like this, you see Superman, Spider-Man, they are saving the world. When they say saving the world, it's only America that they are saving, right? You see a villain coming to destroy the world, it is only America they are destroying, and it's only America that they are saving. So I'm just trying to tell, even movies that are rampant, you see war movies, it's always America that is saving the world, right? So here, you're thinking Middle East, America, what is going on? These are all the things that are happening here. But of course, we have to make this more ultra specific, more enticing. Okay? I remember teaching you about the 5 principles of persuasion. You can see that here, this is a nice headline. But this headline goes from being nice to good or very good because we infused a principle of persuasion here, which is here we are trying to create a common enemy. What is our common enemy here? The Middle East. After years of being suppressed by the Middle East, now we are making the Middle East our common enemy. Why didn't they share this to the world all this while? Why did they keep it to themselves? Can you say, You see? So by the time you infuse principles of persuasion into your headline, it goes from average to top. ASAP. So I'm showing you this thing so that you know why people's copy are wonderful. It's not when they say this A-list copywriter wrote this or this copyright. The reason is because of these things I am showing you step by step. So pay rapt attention. Okay? Okay, about I see it. You can see the improvement, right? See, I need you guys to be soaked into the moment. Forget questions. At the end of the day, you can ask questions. Here, I need you to understand how we are growing, how we are developing this thing. Leave questions alone for now. If you have a question, write it down, keep it on the side. I need you to first understand the thought process. Flow with me. Because if you don't understand the thought process, every other thing is nonsense. It's not about asking this question, asking that question. Questions will come. The questions you are asking are not, they are not important if you don't get the thought process. How can you be asking me a question about date and location? Is this what will make them buy? They're talking about headline here. Ask me about headline. Think about the thought process of this headline. That's the most important thing now. How did we come up with this? And what exact impression do we want to create on the customer? What impression? I told you that everything you do as a copywriter, you need to have an impression you want to create on the customer. You need to anticipate the result, the reaction of the customer. If you say ABC method, what reaction do you want the customer to have? So I want you to be talking about thought process. I want you to be talking about what we are doing here. Not color, not underline. No, we'll come to all that. So look at this here. Why did we use this? Why is our lead in this? These are questions I want us to be discussing. So open your mind to copy thinking, which is the thought process. I'm taking my time to break this thing down for you. So please, let's not get stuck on. Can you guys hear me? You can hear me indicate. Ask the question here. How can we make this thing here, this warning, how can we turn it into something that will look like news? Because this thing here, I see a lot of copywriters make this mistake. The reason I wrote it here, I purposely made the mistake here so that you will not make the mistake in the project I'll give you. Can you hear me? Hope you guys are here. Because I have worked with, I know by now you should know this, hundreds of copywriters. I've taught them. And if you see their first set of copy, they have something like this there. So I purposely put it so that you know that it should be eliminated. Okay? And so how can we make this line here look like news over here? Let it just look like, sorry, can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, indicate. I need to know. I don't want it to be like I'm just talking to myself and it's not being recorded or something. Okay, that's awesome. Awesome. Okay, great. Beautiful. Okay. So how do we just make this seamlessly fit in? Let it look like news, no stress. That's our aim now. So any suggestions? How do we make this look like news and not like we are trying to tell them come and buy, because this implies that it looks like we're telling them to come and buy something. If not, you don't see a regular article and they are saying, then what, let me show you what it means by look like news. What popular newspapers do we have in the world? Can you guys see this? You can see this. Lawmakers demand Facebook abandon plans for Instagram for kids. White House says Biden has. Okay, can you guys hear me? Sorry, were you guys flowing? I need to make sure that you're flowing with what I was saying. Yeah, I was saying, how can we make this look like news, like breaking news, like something they just saw, right? Instead of implying that we are trying to sell something to them. You know, when we tell people, make sure you read this, this is not something normal to them. The normal thing is like a regular article they see in their everyday life, right? Regular articles don't tell them, make sure you read this. So I Googled Forbes and I opened their breaking news section. You can see their headlines. Yeah, it has been raining like raining heavily. That's why the lights went off. Can you guys hear me? But is it better now? Can you hear me? Okay. So I was saying that our aim is to convert this to breaking news. Let it just look like regular news, right? So that they'll click our copy. What they are thinking is, wow, this is interesting, this is fascinating. So they'll click our copy and keep reading. When they see something like, make sure you read this, it looks like copywriting. looks like it's obvious they're trying to sell something to them, right? So our aim is to make this look like news. And I was saying something about our regular news they see on Facebook, on different platforms every single day. I googled Forbes and opened their breaking news section, right? You can see lawmakers demand Facebook abandon plans for Instagram for kids again. White House says Biden has complete confidence in it. You see that there's nothing like read this, or there's nothing like um, open this now, or something like that, right? So your headline should not be one sentence like this. I'm not saying it should be one simple sentence. I'm simply trying to show you what breaking news looks like. It's just something that will make you curious. If you are somebody that is interested in Instagram, maybe and Facebook policies and all that, once you see this, you'll be like, what are they saying again? You click and read, right? Same for other sports channels. So you can see this is a sports channel. You can see go go away now like this. Wants his old job back. Is he joking or insane? You see, so you want to click this. It's just news, regular news, right? There's nothing like read this now. Okay, so our aim is to make this not look like that. And I'm saying this so you will not make this common mistake a lot of newbie copywriters make out there. Okay, so I can see a suggestion here saying, can one say if you have sensitive skin, there is no need to worry. Applying it in the right proportion is key, and you will also see astonishing results. Okay, okay, this is interesting. What do you guys think? That's a very interesting one from S. Okay, let me copy it. Okay, okay. Yes, and that's what bullets all be great. That's it. So, I don't know. Should we postpone the class? I've been saying a lot of things that I don't even know if you guys are getting me or not. Can you guys hear me? I can't even hear you anymore. I think the earlier we do our classes, the better. I think so. Yeah, yeah, I think it's the rain. Okay. let's reschedule this meeting for Saturday. How do you guys see Saturday? Okay, so we'll continue this in the next class.